And now on the line is Pierre Klein from ATD and Coalition 2030. Pierre, welcome to the programme.
Well, I'm happy to speak to you again, Darren. Thank you for calling me and being ready to discuss a little bit about what happened on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask you. Pierre, there were events held around the world on Tuesday to celebrate something. Can you tell me what was being celebrated and a bit about the events that were being held?
Yes, so Tuesday was the 25th of September, was the third anniversary of something which some people around the world think it was very important. And this is the adoption by 193 countries of a plan which is supposed to secure a better future for all the people around the world, but also for the planet and we could say the nature, the wildlife underwater or on the earth. And this plan is called the Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development, and it's a United Nations plan agreed by Ireland with 192 other countries around the world. And then, as you said, so many people think it's probably the plan which is the plan before all other plans, which could to save in a certain way our planet and also to give a peaceful future to the countries and the peoples of all around the world. So in more than 1,200 cities around the world, events were planned and happened where people promoted this plan, explained to other people what are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So the plan has 17 goals, and also some of them, and we did that here in Dublin, they also explained that the plan includes a promise, and this promise is about leaving no one behind, so that no goal will be reached if we don't reach it for everybody.
Yeah. Before we talk a bit about what happened in Dublin on Tuesday, also in the United Nations in New York, there was a big day as well on Tuesday, wasn't there? As part of the celebration, I think, was there?
Yeah, well, it's in fact the whole week is a week of celebration. They call it the Global Goals Week, and it started on Monday with an event which was called the Nelson Mandela Peace Summit, and then on Tuesday was the actual day of the anniversary, and the week goes on with different seminars and discussion on different aspects of the plan, and the big thing which will be very public is a concert which is taking place in Central Park on Saturday. So in 2 days' time, the 29th of September. And from what I know, the Taoiseach, Minister for Foreign Affairs, Simon Coveney, will be on stage with big celebrities to say also that Ireland is committed to this plan, and the concert might be interesting as it is every year, and can be followed online on YouTube live.
Okay, and I know Taoiseach Leo Varadkar, and as you mentioned, Simon Coveney also. They were in New York earlier in the week. I know that. Can you tell me just a bit about what happened in Dublin on Tuesday?
Yeah, so the idea was that all the Coalition 2030. So Coalition 2030 is a network of around 100 organizations involving trade unions, organization protecting the environment, anti-poverty community groups, and also organizations involved in what is named development education, and then all the big and small development NGOs, so the people who are trying to support projects abroad in countries all over the world, and especially in countries which we know have maybe more difficulties than Ireland, where poverty is at higher rates and so on. So all these organizations came together, and we had a big event on O'Connell Bridge, and we displayed also on the Roddy Hackett Bridge a big banner with this message: 17 global goals and one promise to leave no one behind. So the idea was to raise awareness about this plan, because we think that the more the people know about this plan, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and the Leave No One Behind promise, the more we'll be strong together to advocate for a good implementation of the plan, to ask the Irish government, but also other people, the business world and other, to really make sure we'll implement this plan the best we can.
Okay, I believe Coalition 2030 are in the process of getting someone employed, aren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I don't know how far this is an interesting news, but you're right. It's for the past 1 year and a half, Coalition 2030, which was launched in March 2017, has tried to exist and to grow without some people who would be completely fully available to facilitate the coalition or to run projects for the coalition. But it's true, because it's an important plan, the Department of Communication, Climate Action and Environment decided to fund the facilitation and the coordination of the coalition. So there is a little bit of money available, which makes it possible for the coalition to hire a coordinator. So the hiring process is in stage 2. I think you can't now. Well, normally it's over. People who would be interested to apply for this job, it's a little bit too late. I think it was the 17th of September or something like that, the deadline. And now the steering committee, I'm not part of it, but I know that some people who are from different organizations are looking at the applications and will probably soon start to meet people. And I think it's important that the Coalition 2030 has a coordinator, because it's an important matter, and as all of the organizations involved in the coalition, we all think that this big plan, the Agenda 2030, needs to be really implemented in a robust way by Ireland, and the more we can advocate for it and support whatever stakeholders is involved in this plan, it's good. Yeah.
To come towards the end of the interview, Pierre, I know you mentioned there's an event on Saturday in Dublin. Can you tell our listeners of any other events that are going to happen in Ireland before the end of the year on the SDGs?
Oh yeah, well, first I could say something. One event is it could be the Budget 2019, because we hope that the Budget 2019 will include some funding line to make it possible for marginalized groups in Ireland to be part of the process of what we call the SDGs Stakeholder Forum. So that's a very specific demand we hope will be heard and will be implemented, that there is some money to enable people from deprived communities to be supported to gain skill, to capacities, and to be able to be part of the people who think about the plan for Ireland. So that's, for us, it's important. The second thing is there will be what we call a Leave No One Behind Summit. This will take place on the 16th of October. The registration is free, and you probably, if you Google or if you look on the website Eventbrite, you can, and you type Leave No One Behind Summit, you will find the invitation. So if people are interested to participate to this discussion about how do we walk the talk of the Leave No One Behind promise, so that will take place in Dublin on the 16th of October from 9:30 to 1:30. So that's one event, and there are other events, of course. The End Poverty Day, goal 1 of the SDGs is End Poverty, and this is going to take place on the 17th of October. And many other events, I would even say that the coming Rise the Roof, a rally which is about the housing situation in Dublin and Ireland, which is on the 3rd of October, midday in front of the door, is an SDG event, because Goal 11 is about sustainable cities and communities and about housing issue. And we really, and everybody knows in Ireland that the housing crisis is there. And so I would also say that the rally Raise a Roof is an SDG event.
Okay, and I know in some schools at the moment they're doing the world's largest lesson, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Good. Yeah, this is important too. Again, everyone who is interested by the Sustainable Development Goals and wants to involve students in schools, as you say, Google World Largest Lesson, and they can discover very interesting small videos which will enable young people and children to understand what this plan is about. So yeah, you're really right. It's a good point. Yeah, the world largest lesson is really something which is now online, and I know that INTO, the National Trade Teacher Organization, is promoting this now from 17th of September to 17th of October. They really invite all the teachers in primary school to do something about the Sustainable Development Goals.